But do you have the guts to fail?
Trying meant that I would have to push myself out of my comfort zone and do the things that made me scared. Trying meant that I could fail.
And I was just really like, oh my God, like I'm so far off of this. Like, I don't even know where to start. And then I just started thinking like, okay, look, if I try to change myself all at once, it's going to be too hard. I can't do it. But, you know, the one thing I have on my side is time, right? I have the rest of my life to try to change myself. And the thing is that if you do something, sometimes it doesn't work. But sometimes something good will happen. And that starts building real confidence. And then it doesn't become so hard the next time. And the other thing that was important for me is I told myself it's okay to fail, right? And I think for a lot of Korean Americans, we're told that you have to succeed, right? There's no excuse for failure.
Right. We have to learn how to fail.
You have to learn how to fail. And you have to be willing to take that risk, otherwise you'll be too afraid to try.
Right.
So what I told myself is that it's important that I try, not that I succeed. And that's how I measure success, that I keep trying. And if you get into that mentality and keep trying a little bit every day, over time you're able to make some significant changes.
Many of them are overwhelmed with pressure from their schools and from their parents. Many are worried about their futures, and they're worried about disappointing their families if they're not successful.
So why do I talk about the benefits of failure? Simply because failure meant a stripping away of the inessential. I stopped pretending to myself that I was anything other than what I was, and began to direct all my energy into finishing the only work that mattered to me. Had I really succeeded at anything else, I might never have found the determination to succeed in the one arena where I believed I truly belonged. I was set free because my greatest fear had been realized and I was still alive. And so rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life.
One of the things you might want to figure out is, well, when you say that you faltered, like, what do you mean exactly? Okay, well, like, where did I go wrong? What did I squander? What mistakes did I make? And what did I do right? So that you can orient yourself now. You know, at least, how are you going to minimize the misery if nothing else?
What I learned is that if you try something over and over again, then it becomes less scary, less terrifying. By constantly pushing myself a little bit every day, I started making progress. You know, a lot of my earlier efforts weren't successful, and I had many frequent setbacks and failures. But I learned that failing at something isn't the end of the world. Life still goes on. And more importantly, I gave myself permission to fail. I told myself that what mattered was the process, not the outcome. And so I began to measure my progress by whether I tried, not whether the result itself was good or bad.
You'll see what I mean about taking risk or being willing to fail. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, and remember this.
I believe that each of you deserves and has a right to be happy. Each of you has the power to change and to improve not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Whatever burdens you may be carrying, I want you to know that you're not alone, that things can and will get better.